Hey dolls, today we're going to get ready with me for a fun spring day, and of course I'm going to be wearing a fun colorful makeup that I think is perfect for spring and summer. So yeah, let's begin. To begin, I started off with a clean face and I am going to be priming it. I already moisturized. The primer that I'm using is the one by Makeup Forever and is the hydrating and equalizer one, I believe. And I really like this one. Next, I'm going to be color correcting my under eyes. So I'm using a peachy tone concealer so I can correct the darkness that I have here. And as you can see, I just apply it and blend that using my fingers. And then I'm also going to be applying a little bit on the sides of my lips because that area there is pretty dark as well. For foundation, I'm going to be using the MAC Liquid Water Weight Foundation. I believe that's the name. And because this foundation is super watery, I don't like to go in straight with the beauty blender. So I like to first apply it with a brush and then I just give it a light finish touch using the beauty blender. For my brows, we're going to be using the last little bit that I had of my brow wiz, and we're going to be speeding up through this process because you guys have seen me do my brows so many times, and I also have a dedicated video just for this in case you want to see it. Brow wiz, rest in peace, you were awesome to me. So now moving on, we're going to be priming our lids. I am using Urban Decay Primer Potion just to change things up, and I'm going to be blending that with my fingers and then setting it with some translucent powder. I have very greasy lids, so I need to make sure that I set whatever I apply there so my eyeshadow doesn't crease. Now taking out my Urban Decay Vice 2 palettes, I'm going to be grabbing this matte beige color shadow called Habit, and we're going to be using it to highlight the brow bone, but I'm also going to put it pretty much everywhere, like on my lid, my crease and everything, so it can help us blend the other shadows later on as well. Next, I'm taking Rewind with a pointy crease brush. I believe this is the 230 by Zoeva. And we're going to be using this color to mark our crease very lightly. We're just going to create that cut crease, but very soft one. So we just apply the not Rewind, what's the name of that shadow? That matte grayish, brownish eyeshadow. So we're going to apply that one first, and then we're going to come back in with a clean blending brush and blend out the edges. And you're probably going to have to repeat this process 2 or 3 times until you're satisfied, until it's nice and blended, because those are the only 2 eyeshadows that we're going to be using today for our crease. So just take your time blending it so it looks nice and smooth. Next, taking this white eyeliner. It's a cream color liner by NYX, which I'm not a fan of. I have to admit, I did not like it. But this is what we're using, and so yeah, I don't recommend it though. Get a white liner. Maybe, hopefully you have a liquid one that works better. This one just came out a little patchy. So as you can see, I took out my Duraline to make it work better. And we're going to be lining our eyes, and then we're going to be creating a pretty dramatic and as thick as you can wing, because we're going to kind of like double line today. So you're gonna see that next. But anyways, let's finish filling up the liner, and then we're gonna come back in with a black liquid liner. This is my NYC, which I really like, and we're going to line just on the roots of our lashes and kind of like outline the bottom part of the liner, so it can look a little bit more graphic, a little bit more dramatic, and also make sure that you tightline with a black eyeliner as well. And now we're just going to be applying a few coats of mascara to my top and bottom lashes. And yes, I'm not applying any shadow to my bottom lashes or the bottom part of my eyes, whatever you call that, because we want the look to be more focused on the liner and also the lipstick, which we're gonna see next. Now we're going to be applying some false lashes, and of course this is optional. I am using Ardell's Demi Wispies because I was going to be wearing this look during the daytime, and I think that they're super appropriate for daytime, super easy to apply, and they also didn't take out anything from the liner. Like, you can actually see the liner when I was wearing these lashes. Now I'm taking a little bit of black eyeshadow just to cover up any glue or any gaps that I may have after applying the lashes. And now we're going back to my raccoon eyes. So I'm gonna be using this Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer, which I'm not a fan of either. I'm sorry, but I'm still trying it out. I'll let you guys know, but I just find that it creases on me, so I'll let you know. So I'm using it also to highlight the highest points of my face, and I will go ahead and blend that out using my beauty blender, and then set it, of course, using a little bit of translucent powder. And per usual, I'm just using the one by Laura Mercier and using my e.l.f. blush brush to do so. Now taking this dope color eyeshadow, which is really dope, I really like it. It's kind of like a champagne shimmery color shadow. We're going to be highlighting the inner corners of our eyes or the tear duct area, and I'm using a small detail brush by Morphe. And now to begin highlighting, I'm using this cream highlighter by L'Oreal. It's an oldie that I have and I rarely use it, but it's really nice. So we're going to be applying that to the highest points of my cheekbones using my fingers. And then to bronze, I'm going to be using this Deep Dark Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC. And I'm mainly going to be bronzing, but also use it to contour just a little bit, nothing drastic, but just to give a little bit dimension, a little bit of dimension to my face. To set the previous highlight and also to make it pop, I'm going to be using Bobbi Brown's highlighter in the shade Golden Bronze. I believe that's the name, but I really like this one. It's super creamy and it applies so smooth. I really like it. And to make my cheeks blush, I'm going to be using Milani's Luminoso, which is one of my favorites for summer and springtime. It's a gorgeous blush. I really recommend it. It's only $8. You cannot go wrong with it. And now the fun part, which is the lips. I'm going to be using Blow Honey by Jeffree Star. It's a gorgeous purpley lilac lipstick, but I wanted to tone it down just a bit, so I'm applying Marshmallow by ColourPop, which is just a little bit lighter than that one, but it's also a cheaper option if you want to go that route. But that is it. That is the finished result. I really liked it. I hope that you guys liked it as well. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching. Besos. Bye bye.